What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, ladies and gentlemen? How in the heck are we doing today? Talking real estate, episode 119, the 80-20 rule for buyers. We're going to crank to that today. We got all kinds of good stuff for you. We got DJ Magic Mike working, scratching records on the side, making dinner, doing all the crazy things that he does. We may even have a special sneak in from Mel. She's in Cancun, Mexico, so we'll see. We'll see. Yes, the rain does suck. The rain does sucks. Though I will agree with that, ladies and gentlemen. So before we begin, let's talk a little bit about the amazing court case known as the Johnny Depp Amber Heard court case. Anybody watching that craziness? Anybody? If you're watching that craziness, put in the chat, yep or nope in the chat, because we're curious to know if you're watching that crazy stuff. And also tell us, as Chris Bergeron always does, where you're checking in from, where you're coming at us at, what's going on. It's raining outside, folks, so definitely time to come see Talking Real Estate. Scott Bergeron's got fire for you today. See? Who's watching the trial? Who is watching the trial? Where's our receipts on YouTube like that? I was like, ooh, different. So you know what I mean? So people are watching. So definitely. Where are you turning in from, folks? Throw that in the chat, please, for us, if you wouldn't mind. The hood, the D hood. There it is. Very nice. So as we start to crank through some things here, folks, today's episode is going to be about dealing with buyers, especially young buyers, new buyers. I run into this. I have to discuss the 80-20 rule with them. So kind of before we get to that, though, tell me something. Tell me what you love most about your house or your home. Tell me what you love most. Give me one or two things you love most about your home. Throw that in the chat for us. What do you love most about your home? Because the 80-20 rule is going to kind of talk about that today. And it's a rule of thumb I've been using for a long time, especially with younger folks, because it hopefully makes some sense to them. So what do you love most about your home? Put that in the chat for us. Put that in the chat for us. South Rockwood in the house. What up? Chris Bergeron says, my bedroom. My bedroom. Ay. Very nice. Why is that? Tell me why that is. Okay. D7 in the house. Pat Neese, a good neighbor. Kathy Cordy says, the kitchen and the yard. Your yard is pretty awesome, Kel. Your yard is pretty awesome. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Tracy Schultz, my dear friend, says, lot size and a corner lot. Nothing wrong with the corner lot. My privacy. Facebook user, tell us who you are. I have an idea. I think you know who it is, but tell us who it is. So my privacy. All right. So as we kind of roll through this thing, I give you a couple of little quick little updates. 75 hard update for Scott Bergeron here. Today is day 52. So I'm in the downward slide. I got 23 days left. So 23 days from now, the Zach attack. Very nice. It is getting to the downside. I've got about 23 days left. Walked in the rain today. That's always fun. So 75 hard is the program I'm on. I was at 245 on Friday. So 245 on Friday. So crazy stuff. So if you need any information about 75 hard, it's a nutso way to do it, but it's the only way I got. And also, ladies and gentlemen, just kind of a fun little tidbit. I may or may not be part of Century 21's publicity branding photos. It's part of a photo shoot today, which is kind of fun to say. I was at the photo shoot today, so it was kind of fun to say. So we did a photo shoot here at Century 21, and I was a hand model for a little bit, handing keys over and some other fun stuff. So you may not see my face, but you might see my hands. Very beautiful hands. So if you're just joining us, guys, tell us where you're tuning in from. And the question that we want to know, the curious realtor question for right now is, what do you love most about your home? What do you love most? I've got the privacy. I've got your very photogenic, says my mom. My mom says I'm very photogenic, so that's always good. So I've got my yard, my kitchen, my yard, corner lot. What do you love about your home? What's the one thing you love most about your home? Okay, on this rainy Wednesday. What do you love most about your home? Put it in the chat for us. You show up in a bikini on that. Ooh, very nice. Hey, listen, buddy, I will do what it takes to help Century 21 make it happen. I had a commercial. There was a part of a commercial before. I'll try to post that if I can at some point in time when I have a little bit of a lull here, because there was a sweet commercial we did. People are like, on Comedy Central, I just saw you on Comedy Central. That's kind of fun. So Steve Kreitz, always the different brand of information for him. He paid off for him. I like it. Somebody says the outside. Very nice, very nice, very nice. All right. So we're going to get to the 80-20 rule in a little bit here. Relax my bed and watch TV or read. Just relax. Very nice. So before we do, though, let's go to our friend, the expert on this kind of stuff, Magic Mike Mclaughlin. How in the hell are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, Scotty. How are you doing?
Brother, I'm doing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. How is the world down in Woodhaven, my friend?
Coming to you from Woodhaven, just like you said, stealing my own thunder there. Things are great. Rain just like you got. So, but we'll take it because it's going to be 90 on Friday. So we'll take the cool weather today.
Is it really 90? Holy, Michigan's a weird place, Michael. I know that we talk about this a lot, it feels like, but it's freaking 91 day. Jerry Burton in the house. Good to see you, sir. 91 day and freaking 67 another day. It's so weird. It's a weird place.
Hey, Steve. Hey, guys. Yeah, it is crazy to live in Michigan. You just never know what the weather's going to do, and it's going to do it. You don't know what it is, and it's going to do it.
Yeah. So, Michael, what's going on in the mortgage world? Give us the update. What's happening in the mortgage world?
Well, I just found an interesting statistic projection. According to what I'm seeing here, let's see, what's the source? It looks like it's just a Google source. In 2021, said there were 7.1 million home sales with a strong, they didn't say exactly what the number was for the fourth quarter, but so 7.1 million sales last year, projected for 2022, 6.9 million. Projected for 2023, 7 million. So projections, even with all, and that's brand new data. So even though we feel like the housing market is taking a hit, the sales are there, the projections are all there, and that's even, with the market that we're in. I know that a lot of people who work in the mortgage industries, they historically get a considerable amount of their business from refinances. So I could see where that would dry up. And I mean, I did some refinances. I don't think there'll be refinances this year. So maybe that's part of the projection on the mortgage industry. But hey, home sales, even with what we're going through now, all the experts say they're going to be there. So I find some solace in that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael. So like you said, the refi, that's out now for a while, at least for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why like the big boys like United Wholesale and Quicken just laid off a bunch of folks because of that fact, right?
Right.
Well, you can't magically create homes and fill the need. You can't.
Right.
Every house I put out there is gone the weekend. I mean, it's gone by that Monday. You're looking at multiple offers and stuff like that, pretty much.
Yep.
It's there. So as far as do you see them continuing to climb? I guess is my question.
No, I mean you can't really say for sure with any great guesstimation, because what's really happening now is it's all geopolitical. So we can't control what's happening with the virus and what's happening with Russia and the Ukraine. But I was really excited to see, that was it Switzerland and Finland, Switzerland and Finland, right, are going to join NATO.
Yeah.
So that to me was exciting news to see for that area over there. But in that same article or in that same research I was doing, it did say that the projections are that rates are going to level out pretty much where they're at now in the mid 5s to high 5s. So the projections are that they have kind of settled down over a short period of time. The last 3 weeks, they've been pretty consistent now, not any of these huge jumps. And the projections are that that's where they're going to stay and they're going to level out there. I think we'll take that and settle out of court for it.
So, Michael, I think this is what I kind of been sticking with the last few months too. I think this is going to be the new norm for a couple of years. I really do. I think that the rates where they're at and the housing, like the not having enough home, that's going to stick around for a bit.
I think the rates are Well, the projections are that the rates are going to stay there for about a year, and then we should see some receding in them. A lot of the experts believe that in 12 to 14 months from now will be a period where people who are buying houses now may get the opportunity to go refinance. So based upon that, maybe they're thinking that they could drop to the high fours, low fives by then. But I mean, we're really looking so far out that it's hard to really.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's like magical stardust and stuff like that. I got you. So
many factors. Yeah.
So Michael, tell me, is the dinner choice today, is it interesting?
Not really. I just had a salad with chicken tenderloins, cut up chicken tenderloins. So doing a little bit healthier today. So
okay. Buddy, I'll tell you what, I have not in the last 50 days, I've not eaten more salad than I have in the last 50 days. I mean, like every other thing I eat is salad, right?
What are you eating? What kind of dressing do you use on there, Scotty?
I'll use some fattoush, some real light fattoush, like the real light grade stuff. Maybe some ranch every once in a while. But I'll tell you this, that I have not, guys. And listen, you heard it here on Talking Real Estate. I haven't had a freaking McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King cheeseburger or pop in 52 damn days.
That's great.
I feel like the world might come to an end. That might happen. If I get all the way to 75 days of not eating, I'm surprised those places are still in business. I really am. It's amazing.
When did this war in the Ukraine start? Did you precipitate it, Scott?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. They're like, that son of a bitch is screwing all this up with this McDonald's bullshit. That's exactly what it was. Ladies and gentlemen, do this. Since Michael went kind of playing on stuff, Whitney, good to see you, kiddo. Good to see you. Do this for us. Throw us what you're having for dinner in the chat for us. Throw us what you're having for dinner. Because Michael he usually has some fancy dancy stuff, but today's kind of laying low. So give us some stuff. You got steak and potatoes tonight. Good deal. Good deal. Very cool. What else you got? Because we're looking for recipes today. It's also Talking Real Estate, but talking recipes too, I guess, huh?
What kind of steak you cooking up there, Steve?
Oh, I lost you. A little volume, Michael. I can't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, what kind of steak are you having there, Steve?
A little spaghetti, a little steak for Steve there. I'm telling you what. So, Michael, give us one more word of, give us one more little nugget before you hit the road today.
Set up a savings plan for you and your family. Just designate $20 a paycheck into a special account that you don't touch. Put that money away. Call it your next home account or your down payment account, and just let it build up on its own. Forget about the account, and boom,
Yeah,
flush with cash.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's funny that I hear I'm hearing that advice more and more, a little cash advice more and more. Yeah. That's definitely
direct deposit. Have it automatically go in there, whatever, and do the same thing with the 401k. Set up your rainy day fund. Put away some money in your 401k. And the stock market's been getting beat like a bad dog, but so that means it's a good time to start investing into it. Get it while it's low.
Yeah, get it while it's low. I appreciate that. All right, Michael. Well, listen, sir, we will see you next week, and it's going to be amazing as always. Magic Mike, Mr. Mischa. We'll see you later, bud.
Peace, guys.
Bye-bye. Michael's such a good dude. He's always so upbeat all the time. Always so upbeat. So let's go to another spot in the world. So we talked about what you love about your home. What's one thing you want to change about your home? Tell me what that is. What's one thing? Yeah, I know, Steve. I heard there was a little low at the end. I heard that. What's one thing that you want to change about your home? We already talked about what you love. Okay. Give me something you would change about your home or you want to change about your home. Because that's going to take us into our 80-20 rule topic for home buyers. So what would you like to change about your home? What would you like to change? What would you like to change? Throw that in the chat, please. The kitchen. Shelly Gambino says the kitchen. There's a sight for sore eyes. Shelly says the kitchen. What else, guys? Talk to me. What would you change? What would you change? What would you change? What would you change? Change one thing about your house, or you're thinking about changing one thing about your house. What will that one thing be? What will that one thing be, ladies and gentlemen? Front porch and leaky roof. Oh, the damn leaky roof, Kath. You still got the leaky roof thing going on. Ay. What else? Pond in the backyard, reduce the amount of concrete, Tracy says. Very nice. No concrete jungle for Tracy. Location. Really? You're killing me, Steve. Killing me. What would you change, ladies and gentlemen? What would you change? What would you change? What would you change? If you could change one thing about your home, what would you change? And we're talking 80-20 rule, Scott Bergeron's 80-20 rule when I talk to buyers. Bigger kitchen. I think I cook over at Steve's place, Pat. So I don't know why you need a bigger kitchen. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. What would you change, ladies and gentlemen? What would you change? You want to change one thing about your home? We love our house on the lake. Very nice. House on the lake. Ooh, man, fancy stuff. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Facebook user, we don't know who you are because you're incognito there. All right, so let's talk about this, guys. I worked with a couple of new buyers this past few weeks, in the past week or so, like 3 or 4 different new ones. And this is part of what I tell them. Okay, this is part of what we talk about, what I tell them. Walk-in shower. Chris Bergeron's just beating that walk-in shower drum. So the 80-20 rule is this. You're never going to get 100% of what you want. You're never going to get about 100% of what you want. Never. Not in the home. You just aren't. I mean, you're going to get, some people get close. Like you might get 80%, 90%, 95%. I always tell people it's 80-20 rule. 80% of what you want and love, and 20% what you can change and live with. And again, 20% of what you can change and live with. Okay. I have folks that I pose that to them and I say, is there anything in this house that you can't live with or change? Well, this. Okay. Well, they're not buying it. My next call was, you're not buying this house then. Okay. That's as simple as I can make it for people. Attaboy, Trace. We're doing a walk-in shower next week. Attaboy. So the 80-20 rule is that. So let me kind of walk you through the things you can change. Okay. Let me walk you through the things that you can change. And I would say that 3 or 4 things that you're not changing and you can't live with it, then you just got to be, it's not your house for you. Okay. So first, easiest one, guys, paint. Paint's number one. You can change the paint. I always say, oh, it's painted so nicely. Or the colors are so good. The colors don't matter. Colors in a home don't matter because you can change it. Okay. You can change the color. So that's the first one. The first thing is the 80-20 rules is one of the things you can change is a paint. Okay. Well, I don't like the color of this room. Well, you can change that. It's easy stuff. Okay. Some people can't see past it, which is hard. Sometimes people can't see past it. So that's number one. Number 2, the furniture, the furnishings, right? A lot of people have a hard time. Stop cussing, please. I'm sorry. Some people have a hard time with furniture. With seeing beyond the furniture, right? I was in a bedroom of a house this week, and the bed was lopsided. It was absolutely 100%. It was like a 60-degree angle, but people couldn't see past that. See, the room was nice and big. Okay, it's a hard thing, furniture, because that's why people do a lot of staging a lot of times. Because if you take everything out, you can't really. Some people can't envision. They don't have the skill to envision, and then other people can't get past. I did a house on Parker Street in Dearborn Heights about 2 years ago. We're going to resell it now. That there was so much stuff now. So I kept telling the young lady, I said, look past the stuff. You got to look past the stuff. So number 1 is paint. Number 2 is furniture. Number 3 is flooring, right? I love a good hardwood floor. A hardwood floor that has been redone. I love it. But any hardwood floor can be redone pretty much. Okay. Stain any way you want. Or I'm not a big fan of putting stuff over top of stuff. My home in Dearborn had like 6 layers of stuff over top of it, but you can put stuff over top of anything pretty much. And then 3 is carpet. Yes, remove the carpet. Yes, remove the carpet. Yeah. So I tell you what, people do this a lot. Some people love carpet, especially in bedrooms, right? They love the carpet in bed, especially in bedrooms. But flooring, that's something else you can change. That's something else you can change, right? So far, do before you move in. I absolutely agreed. Makes it easier, Kath. It definitely makes it easier. It definitely makes it easier. Whenever I get somebody occupancy, it gives them the opportunity to do that. So that's why I always get people occupancy. So far we got paint, furniture, flooring. Number 4, landscaping. Okay, you can change landscaping like crazy. You can change landscaping like crazy. You sure can. Probably does. I probably make sure I get that. Okay, but landscape, you can change the outdoor landscaping like I mean that's an easy one. That's not a hard one at all. So landscaping, like if you wanted to change, add different kind of. My house in Groseal, we took all they had like mulch and all this other stuff. We took it out and put back grass. because it's simpler, because it's easier, right? So landscaping, change that. That's number 4. 5 things you can change: lighting. Clean your Lisa. There she is, my good friend. Good to see you. Clean your ducts. That's definitely true. I agree with that too. Clean your ducts because for allergy purposes, sure. But lighting. A lot of times people walk into a room and the lights are bad or there's no light. There's no light in this room. Well, you can change that. I mean, a couple ways. You can put standing light, lamps and things like that, or you can have an electrician come put lights in. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. So lighting's another one. And the last one, the one that people overlook a lot, I feel like, is doors. And I'm not just talking about front doors. Front doors are nice and they can be, ornate and decorated beautifully and all that kind of stuff. But like even closet doors, you're like, I don't like that closet door. Or I go into houses where they take all the closet doors out and they put like curtains, right? Put curtains in front. Well, that's great. I mean, but you can replace that. That's easy. So the 6 things that you can change for the 80-20 rule, okay? 6 things that you can change for the 80-20 rule: paint, furniture, flooring, landscaping, lighting, doors, okay? Those are all easily changeable things. They're going to cost you. Sometimes it's going to cost you. Those are easily changeable things, okay? Now, let's kind of switch this around. Let's spin this around a little bit. Yep, and doing all your inside doors. I bet it's going to look great, Kath. I bet it's going to look great. Absolutely. That's the thing I tell people all the time. Change some doors out. That'll give a new fresh look, right? New fresh look. Things you can't change. Things you can't change. All right. The things that are gonna, if you can't live with them, then this ain't the house for you. The biggest one. What do you think it is? Put it in the chat. Let's see if you guys figure this one out. What's the biggest one? If you can't live with this thing, then this is the wrong house for you. What's the very number one thing? If you can't live with this, then this is not the house for you. What is that thing? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat, please. If you can't live with this house definitely ain't for you. What do you think? Let's see what you guys come up with. What's the number one thing? Chris Bergeron, close, but that's not it. Ding, 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 ding. Steve Christ, very nice, very nice. Not enough bedrooms isn't bad either. Not enough bedrooms is not a bad one either. But that's location. If the house is in Riverview and you don't want to be downriver, then you're not. That's too bad. Then it's not your house, right? I've had people before go, and it's funny sometimes. People go like this. They'll go, well, we're really not particular about where we want to live, but we only want to live in Allen Park and Trenton. Well, that's pretty particular, right? So you're not going to looking at houses in Woodhaven. Might not be the move for you. So I always struggle with that. I always go, okay, I'd like to show you everything I possibly can, but if you have a super strong inclination of one place you don't want to go, one city you want to be in or whatever, then that's something we got to change. So location, you can't change location. I mean, they did downtown for that one bar, but most places you can't change location. So that's number one. Chris Bergeron had it right. Second one, basement. I've only had one client who had a house. They picked the house up and put a new basement underneath it. They picked a new house and put a basement underneath it. So I've only had one house there. A good friend on Huron Street, Dearborn Heights. Okay, they put a new foundation, new basement there. Otherwise, foundation sucks. Or if there's not a basement, you want a basement, then you can't. It's hard, expensive. Okay, so that's number two. This one's tough. My good friend, Facebook user, this is a tough one. Neighbors, hard because you don't know. I have some friends who just moved into a house now, just recently, in Brownstown, and the neighbors haven't cut the grass yet, and that's got their butts chapped. It definitely does. So that's hard to figure that one out. I mean, I guess you can look at the house and look at the house next door and see what they do. I mean, you really can't stalk them. You really can't. Elevator, really? Only I'm getting an elevator, Steve. You know that. Come on, buddy. So far, location, if it ain't right, you can't live there. Basement, if you want one, and there's one. Hard to do. Hard to do. Third one, lot size. Tons and tons of people are coming to me now. I'm talking about acreage. I want 5 acres. I want 2 acres. I want 1 acre, all that kind of stuff. If you want acreage and there isn't any, you can't magically create it. Okay? Real hard to get adjoining lots, especially in Dearborn, right? Especially in Dearborn. And neighbors, Steve Kreitz again. So Those are the things you can't really change. And again, the 80-20 rule works like this. You should have 80% of what you want, 20% you can change or live with. 20% you can change or live with. That's the 80-20 rule, because a lot of times people will go, well, it's not really, I don't like this part. Okay, do you not like it, or can you change it and enjoy the house? Because it's definitely, you got to think things through. And I always tell people it's a feeling. I get that. But at the same time, sometimes you got to get people out of their own way. So the 80-20 rule from the Bergeron team, 80% of what you love, 20% of what you live with or change. That's the 80% rule for buyers. So anybody you know is looking to buy or sell, especially buyers, give them that rule. Tell them that's how it should work. All right. Let's get to the more fun part of the evening. What realtor C are you? I want 1,250 acres. The wrong state, buddy. You're in the wrong state for that, Steve. So, dumb. Tonight's contestants for what realtor C? We have 3 of them tonight. They were all taken in the last 48 hours. I always call Pat Neese the good neighbor, because she is Steve's neighbor. Steve is a great neighbor. Yes, he does. Second part is when you have great neighbors and they are selling. Yeah, that does stink. That does stink sometimes. It does. But you never know. So first, what realtor C? And again, if you caption this and your caption is chosen, you will get a scratch off gift card. Let's start with this one. Let's see. This is one I saw yesterday. Went into a basement and saw this in a house that was staged. What is your caption for this? What is your fun, crazy, wild, interesting caption for this? For what realtor C? Walked into a basement and saw this. What do you got for me? It's in a basement of a home, I want to say it was in Allen Park. Yep, Allen Park. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? Pow wow. That's really good. Steve Kreitz goes with pow wow. What else you got? Nice doghouse for the husband. Attaboy, Trace. Hopefully no vamp fire to go with it. Vamp fire, really? Jeez. Wigwam Village. I like it. No campfire. There was no campfire in the basement. So what do you think? What would you caption that? What would you caption that one? What realtor C? If you win, you get a scratch off that could be worth millions of dollars. What do you think? Again, I saw this picture. On the reservation. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I gave you 1 minute to get your hands. Quarantine date night. I like that. Well, that's nice. Quarantine date night. That's fun. That's very fun. That's a good one. Quarantine date night. What do you think? Where's the casino? That was good. That's a good one, too. You have 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds to get your final answers in. Clamping. I like that's cute, too. Got 10 seconds. Get your final answers in. 10 seconds. Get your final answer in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to go with Whitney Wiggum's quarantine date nights, especially because we're coming out of the pandemic. Quarantine date nights. Sometimes you have to spice it up with a little TP Hunt. That sounds good. Look, quarantine date night. I got Dress it up whatever way you got to. Quarantine date night. No, I'm not getting a cold at all. Not getting a cold at all. Not at all. All right. Contestant number 2. Contestant number 2. Walk into a house and you see this staring at you. On top of a very nice cabinetry set. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? You see that staring at you from the top of a cabinet. What do you think? What realtor see? What realtor see? Contestant number 2. Caption that one for us. Caption that one for us, please. What do you think? You never know who's watching you. Yeah, you never do, Chris Bergeron. You never do know who's watching you. Marilyn Monroe must be watching, I guess, huh? What do you think, guys? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I walked into a house, walked into the kitchen, and bam, that's what I saw. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Ay. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Peek, oh, geez, peek boobs. Ay. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I'll give you 30 more seconds. Give you 30 more seconds to come up with your answer. Johnny Depp trial. If there was a finger, maybe. If there was a finger, maybe, Pat. If there was a finger, maybe. There was a finger. But there was not, so we'll have to see. Ay. You never know who's watching. Open the door. Yeah, no. That's interesting. Well, open the door. You don't know what you see if you open the door. Jeez. Oh, yeah. You got 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Big ass bust. That was good, too. That's a good one. That was a good one. About 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gonna have to go with happy birthday, Mr. President. Yeah. Marilyn Monroe was staring at me as I walked into that kitchen. I did not stay there very long because it is a creepy version of her. So it wasn't the one where the skirt blows up, with the dress rolls up over the vent or whatever. It was definitely not that one. It's Kathy Cordy. You are our second winner of the night. You are our second winner of the night. We got one more. This one I mentioned. Now, tough to see, but I can tell you right now that bed was 100% crooked. From the angle, you can still see it, but just you walk in and the whole bed was crooked. It was weird. So that's the only hint I'll give you. Okay, well, what do we got there? What are we captioning this one for? It's in a bedroom. What do you caption this one for? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? Tipsy. I like that one. Chris Wojcicki says tipsy. Pound town on the lopsided. Tipsy. Must have bought their bed the same place we did. Yeah, that's funny. Busting the Springs. Funhouse bedroom. That's not a bad one. Funhouse bedroom. Yeah. Got 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds for your final What Realtor See contestant number 3. For the final What Realtor See contestant number 3. These have all been seen in the last 48 hours. Oopsie. It wasn't me. What happened was, right? Got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right. So we're going to go with Chris Wojcinski's tipsy because that bedroom made me feel very tipsy when I walked into it. Definitely made me feel tipsy. Okay, so you are a third winner. Too much fun. Too much fun. That would have been a good one, kiddo, but you missed the deadline there, Shall. You missed the deadline. Too much fun. All right. So, guys, as always, let's go back to what the deep dive was about today, the 80-20 rule. Don't forget to tell buyers that you know, especially young folks, that any house they buy, got to have 80% of what they love, 20% of what they can fix or change or deal with or live with. Okay? The 80-20 rule. 80% of what they love and 20% they can change or live with. That's the rule, the 80-20 rule for home buyers. Okay? Now, as always, guys, we're going to have a little after party, after show, and Talking Real Estate, the Facebook group. If you have not joined that group yet, make sure that you do. Make sure that you do. It's always fun, guys. This is always fun. We've been about 6 minutes over today. It's always fun talking to you guys. Always fun being here. Okay? So, as always, I'm Scott, and I'm definitely talking real estate. See ya at the after show.